So a lot of people on the right, a lot of like-minded people are acting like leftists right now, acting like Marxists, and let's talk about it because you guys are in my DMs and comments, not all of you, but a lot of you acting like leftists. And I know because I used to be one, and this is what turned me off from the left. So number one, a lot of you are acting like you are in a cult and you have a cult-like figure in Candace Owens. I am not saying that she put you in a cult or that she wants to be a cult-like figure. I am saying you have elevated her to a cult-like figure and you never question or criticize her, which, to be fair, maybe you never, ever, ever see anything to question or criticize about her, which I find a little hard to believe. But what's more, you get irate when anyone else questions or criticizes her. Even just regular people who are nobodies and have no power and influence. You get irate. That's weird. That is a cult. That's cult-like behavior. And it seems to me that with few exceptions, I'm one of them, the only people criticizing Candace are people who openly claim to hate her and just dismiss her as like irrevocably insane. Now, I don't hate Candace Owens. Actually, I mean, I used to be a much bigger fan. She's one of the first people I found when I left the left because she's also a former Democrat. I don't think she's irrevocably insane, but I do question and criticize her, especially a lot lately. And I don't think it should ever be the case that the only people questioning or criticizing a public figure are the people who claim to hate that figure and just like dismiss them outright. That shouldn't be the case. I'm a huge fan of Trump. And I question and criticize him sometimes. Not that he cares, but that's like a normal thing to do. The fact that I'm a fan of his doesn't mean I won't question or criticize him, and doesn't mean I get irate when you do. When Charlie Kirk was alive, I also questioned and criticized him sometimes. Again, I'm not saying he cared. He followed me on X, but I'm not saying he like even knew that I criticized him. But no one is above criticism. It didn't change the fact that I was a fan of his. And I wouldn't have gotten irate if I saw someone else criticize him during his life. That's just a normal thing. So let's not act like we're in a cult. Number two, a lot of you guys are using leftist logic. When I criticize Candace Owens or question her, even just tacitly, I'm called a Jew. And y'all don't say it like that. You say it in the most hateful, disgusting, vile ways possible. And it would be okay. I mean, the hate wouldn't be okay, but it would be okay, the fact of me being a Jew if I were a Jew, but I am neither ethnically nor religiously Jewish. It's an objectively untrue thing from people, y'all, who claim to be in search of the truth. You claim to like Candace because she's in search of the truth. Why are you lying about people? And that is leftist logic. Leftist logic is everyone I hate is Hitler. Everyone I hate is racist. Everyone I hate is a bigot. Everyone I hate is a Jew. That's leftist logic. You're not engaging with the argument. You're just doing what you think is an attack on the other person. And just like in critical race theory, you can't prove that you're not racist. You can't prove that you don't have white privilege. And in fact, the more you argue, hey, I don't have white privilege, that's just more proof of your white privilege, right? So it's like circular logic. You can't prove a negative. Well, I can't prove that I don't have a check from a foreign country that I've never been to and don't care about and don't really know a whole lot about. I can't prove that to you, right? And that's another criticism I get. Oh, you disagree with me? How's that $7,000 you're funded by Israel? Okay, again, this is an objectively untrue thing, and it is a leftism 101. It is wokeism 101 to suggest that no one can disagree with you for any honest reason. This is why I left the left. In 2020, I had questions, concerns, criticisms about the response to COVID, especially compared to the response to BLM. The fact that we couldn't go to work, but we could go out and protest or riot on behalf of BLM, that didn't sit right with me. And I was a liberal. And when I brought that up, I was called racist and selfish. People refused to acknowledge I might have any honest reason for disagreeing with them. And it kept happening over and over again. And COVID lasted for so long in Los Angeles that finally I said, enough. These people, the Democrat Party I've supported my whole life, they don't actually care about me. And what's more, they refuse to acknowledge I might have an honest reason for disagreeing with them. And I'm seeing the same thing here. If it's your mentality, oh, anyone who disagrees with me is paid for by a foreign nation, that is leftism. That's not smart. That's not logical. That's not engaging with the actual arguments. That's just attacking people. It's dumb. Let's not do it. Number three, Like I said, you all claim to like Candace Owens because you believe she's in pursuit of the truth. I actually think that's a really admirable thing to prioritize. However, in the next breath, you go on and sloppily say lies about me and so many others, that we're Jewish, that we're funded by Israel. So that tells me that you're not actually in pursuit of the truth. You're in pursuit of a narrative. You are not in pursuit of truth at any cost, from any corner, no matter how much it hurts, if you just go around calling everyone who disagrees with you a Jew or funded by Israel. That's not being in pursuit of the truth. I'm sorry. You are lying. That's not caring about the truth. And it's really strange to me that we live in such a clown world where criticizing or questioning a public figure somehow equates to being on the side of a foreign nation. That's bizarre. Okay? Criticizing Candace Owens has nothing to do with taking either a pro or anti-Israel position. Candace Owens does not equate to the anti-Israel position. So questioning her is not suddenly being pro-Israel. That makes no sense whatsoever. And please, leave me out of that, okay? You should be able to question a public figure without somehow suddenly taking a stance on a foreign conflict. And this is made all the more weird, honestly, by the fact that I've repeatedly said I'm not pro-Israel. I said that a week after October 7th, 2 years ago, and I lost followers for it. I don't wish Israel ill will, okay? But I'm pro-America. I don't want to fund anything. I don't want to be involved in anything, really. Maybe that's naive. Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. I've never been to Israel. I don't know a lot about it. And that's all over my posts. And so again, if you were in pursuit of the truth, you would know that, but you're not in pursuit of the truth. You just want to spin a narrative. And the last thing I'm going to just close out with is I used to go to these college campuses and do kind of the change my mind events, not to the frequency or the efficaciousness or the skill level that Charlie Kirk did them, but I've done them. And most recent time was in April of this year. And that last tour, especially, I remember the fact that I could feel the students' hate. Because I'm not I'm a nobody, so I don't get fans coming the way Charlie Kirk did, right? I just get the hate. I just get the people walking by and hating. So it's overwhelming. It's coming at you all at once, and it's palpable. It's you can almost see the hate. You can almost taste the hate. It's been that way the past few days with a lot of y'all. I can feel your hate through the screen. It is palpable. I can taste it. I can feel it. I can see it. And I would just suggest that if you are one of those people who is so irate that someone else exists who has a different opinion, maybe just take a step back, maybe open your Bible. And listen, I'm not above criticism either. I definitely fall into sinning online, for sure, 100%. But I like to think that it doesn't make me irate when someone has a different opinion. I still follow Candace Owens. I still listen to Candace Owens. I still remember how much I used to like her. I don't know. I'm not fragile like that. I don't just turn someone off, turn everything off because they have an opinion that I don't like. So why are you getting so irate over a different opinion? And just think about that, maybe pray on that, maybe open the Bible. That's all I want to say. I fully expect this video to fall on deaf ears, but take it for what it is. Okay, bye-bye.